Welcome back to my new video. Myself Professor Pinkesh J. Patel from the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Today I will start with the subject of Power System 1 having a subject code of 3140914 BE 3rd year 5th sem. So in the last lecture we have already discussed about electrical supply system and we have started the chapter number 3. So in the last lecture already we have discussed about classification of the DC distribution system, then the AC distribution system and the example that is based on the AC distribution system. Today I will start with the flow of the content having a first one that is the DC distribution calculation and second one that is the examples based on DC distributor. So firstly we can start with the DC distribution calculation. So there are three types of loading which is the part of DC distribution calculation. First one that is the concentrated loading, second one that is the uniform loading and third one that is the both that is the concentrated and uniform loading. So before that concentrated loading, which means having a value of the current that is the different, whereas if we can go through a uniform loading having a value of current that is the same for the all the tappings point. And some of the distributor, for that we can consider both concentrated load as well as uniform loading. So now we will start with the DC distributor fed at one end with the concentrated loading. So firstly just consider the DC distributor that is the AB. There are 4 tappings point that is taken from the AB distributor, which is namely C, D, E and F, that is the tappings point that is taken from the DC distributor. The value of the loading that is the I1, I2, I3, I4 that is taken from the C, D, E, F tappings point respectively. The main aim from this DC distributor that find the current flowing through the individual section, then the voltage drop in the individual section and potential difference at individual point. So firstly the current fed from point A, which is given by I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4, which means that the maximum current that is the flowing from the AC section. Current fed from point A, that is the in that case this is the DC distributor which is fed from one end only. So maximum current that is fed from A point only. So having a value of current at the source end which is given by I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. Then having a first section that is the AC. So current flowing through AC section which is given by I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. Now go for the next section, that is the current in section CD. So current in that CD section, so first current that is the I1 which is cut off. So remaining only 3 currents, that is the I2 plus I3 plus I4, that is the current that is flowing through CD section. Now go for the next section, that is the current in section DE. Current in section DE, that is the I3 plus I4, which means that if we can go for the further far away point of the feeding point, the value of the current that is in the decreasing order. So that's why current in the section DE, that is the I3 plus I4, because I1 and I2 that is cut off from this DC distributor. Now go for the next session, that is the current in section EF. So only I4, because I1, I2 and I3 that is already cut off from that section. And if you can go through FB section, so there is not any loading that is taken from the B point, so value of the current that is 0 over there. So this is the current flowing through the individual section. Now we are going for the voltage drop in section AC. So before that, just try to find out the resistance for the individual section. So resistance for the AC section, which is given by R1, that is shown inside the figure R1. Then the resistance for the CD section, which is given by R2. Then resistance for DE section, which is given by R3, and resistance for EF section, which is given by R4, which is shown in the figure. This is the step number 2. Go for the step number 3, that is the voltage drop in AC section. So just apply the Ohm's law. V is equal to IR. So I, that is the current flowing through AC section, and having a value that is I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4, and having a value of R1, that is the having a value of resistance that is given by R1. So that's why voltage drop in section AC, that is the R1 in the bracket I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. Go for the next section, that is the voltage drop in section CD. So CD is VCD is equal to RCD into ICD. So ICD, that is the current flowing through CD section, and RCD, that is the resistance of R2 branch. So voltage drop in the section CD, that is equal to R2 in the bracket I2 plus I3 plus I4. Go for the next one, that is the voltage drop in section DE, which is given by R3 in the bracket I3 plus I4, and same way last one, that is the voltage drop in section EF, that is equal to R4 into I4. So this is the DC distributor fed at one end with the concentrated loading, so having a value of current that is the different for the individual tapping point. So from this figure we can calculate the value of the current inside the individual section, and the resistance for the individual section, and the voltage drop across the individual section, that we can find out from this figure. Now we are going for the one example that is based on the DC distributor fed at one end, and this is very most important example which is always asked inside the GTU exam. So first one, that is the 2-wire DC distributor cable. AB is 2 km long and supplies loads of 100 ampere, 150 ampere, 200 ampere and 50 ampere, situated 500 meter, 1000 meter, 1600 meter and 2000 meter from the feeding point A. Each conductor has a resistance of 0.01 ohm per 1000 meter. So calculate the potential difference at each load point if a potential difference of 300 volt is maintained at point A. So this is the problem, and based on that try to find out the example. So based on the given data, just go for the first statement. 2-wire DC distributor cable AB. So name of the distributor, that is the AB, and having a length that is equal to 200 km, that is equal to 2000 2 km, which means 2000 meter. So the whole length of the AB distributor, that is equal to 2000 meter. Supplies loads of 100 ampere, 150 ampere, 200 ampere and 50 ampere. So there are 4 tapping points. There are 4 loading condition that is given in this example. So we can start with the first one, 100 ampere. 100 ampere situated 500 meter from the feeding point A. So from A to C, firstly we have assumed the point number C, feeding point which is given by C. So distance for AC section which is given by 500 meter and having a value of load in that is equal to 100 ampere. Same way go for the second loading. that is equal to 150 ampere and having a distance of 1000 meter from the feeding point A, which means A to D distance that is the 1000 meter. So up to now A to C distance that is equal to 500 meter. So what about your remaining distance for the CD section? That is equal to 500 meter only, and having a value of loading that is the 150 ampere. Go for the third loading condition, that is equal to 200 ampere and having a distance of 1600 meter. So from point number A to point number D, that distance of 1000 meter. So remaining distance that is equal to 600 meter, because for the third loading of 200 meter having a distance of 1600 meter, that is given inside the problem. So that's why remaining distance for the DE section that is equal to 600 meter. And last one, having a value of loading that is equal to 50 ampere. Last loading having a value of loading is equal to 50 ampere. So remaining distance and having a distance of 2000 meter from the feeding point A. So A to B distance that is equal to 2000 meter, and A to E distance that is equal to 1600 meter. So having a remaining distance that is equal to 400 meter for the EB section. So based on the given problem, try to make a figure. So this is the figure for the that can require for the DC for that kind of example. Now go for the further simplification. So conductor has a resistance of 0.01 ohm per 1000 meter. So value of resistance that is given 0.01 ohm per 1000 meter, that is given inside the example. But having a 2-wire DC distributor, so now we are going for the calculation of the resistance for the individual section. So we can just applying the condition for the 1000 meter having a value of resistance 0.01. Then for the first section that is equal to AC section and having a distance is equal to 500 meter is equal to what? So 500 into 0.01 divided by 1000, and there is a 2 that is multiply over here, because whatever the value of resistance that is given for the conductor has a per conductor only, but inside the problem there are 2 wire which is used over there. So that's why multiply 2 over here. So if we can go for the simplification, and if we can try to make a calculation, we can get the answer for the resistance of the section AC, that is equal to 0.01 ohm. Now go for the next one, that is the resistance of section CD, that is equal to again having for the CD section having a distance of 500 meter. So again apply the same condition. So for the 1000 meter having a value of resistance that is equal to 0.01 ohm. Then what about the 500 meter, and also multiply 2. So we can get the again same answer 0.01 ohm. Go for the next one, that is the resistance of section DE. So just applying the condition for 1000 meter having a value of resistance that is equal to 0.01. Then what is the value of resistance for 600 meter? So we 600 that is multiply with the 0.01 divided by 1000 into 2 because having a 2 DC distributor. So we can get the answer for the resistance of section DE, that is equal to 0.012 ohm. Then after resistance of the section EB and having a distance of 400 meter, so we can get the answer 0.008 ohm. So this is the resistance for the individual section. Now go for the step number 2, that is the current in the section individual section. So first section there are mainly 4 sections. One AC section, CD section, AC section, then CD section, then DE section, and EB section. So likewise there are 4 sections in this DC distributor. So we can start with the current in the individual section. So in the first case, the maximum current that is flowing through the AC section. So there are 4 current. First one, that is the I1, I2, I3 and I4. So there are 4 currents that is flowing through the AC section. So I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So I1 having a value 100, I2 having a 150, I3 having a 200 ampere and I4 having a value that is equal to 50 ampere. So we can get the answer current in the section AC that is equal to 500 ampere. Go for the next section, that is the current in the section CD. So if we can go for the second section, current in the section CD. So at that time, first current that is the cut out. So only remaining 3 current that is considered only. So that is the 150 ampere, 200 ampere and 50 ampere. So I2 plus I3 plus I4. So we can get the answer current in the section CD that is equal to 400 ampere. Same way, go for the next section, that is the current in the section DE that is equal to I3 plus I4 that is equal to 250 ampere. And last one, that is the current in the section EB that is equal to I4 only, because remaining all 3 current that is cut out over there. So we can get the answer that is equal to 50 ampere. So after finishing the step number 1 and 2, go for the step number 3, that is the voltage drop in AC section, which is given by VAC is equal to IAC into RAC. So RAC, that is already we have get it from value of resistance and value of current for the individual section, that is already we have calculated from the step number 1 and step number 2. So just put the value of RAC and IAC in this equation. So we can get the answer voltage drop in AC section that is equal to 5 volt. Same way, go for the next section, voltage drop in the CD section. So just apply the equation VCD is equal to ICD into RCD. This is the VCD is equal to ICD, that is the current flowing through CD section, and RCD, that is the resistance of CD section, that is already we have calculated from the step number 1 and 2. So just put the value of voltage drop in this equation. So we can value of R2 that is equal to 0.01 and having a value of ICD that is equal to 400 ampere. So we can get the answer voltage drop in the CD section that is equal to 404 volt only. Same way, go for the next section, that is the voltage drop in the DE section, that is equal to R3 in the I3 plus I4. So having a value of R3 that is the 0.017 and value of I3 plus I4 that is equal to 250. So we can get the answer voltage drop in DE section that is equal to 3 volt. And last one, that is the voltage drop in EB section that is equal to R4 into I4. So R4 that is equal to 0.008 into 50 ampere. So we can get the answer voltage drop in EB section that is equal to 0.4. So this is the step number 3. Now we are going for the step number 4, that is the that we have to calculate from this example. Calculate the potential difference at each load point, which means that we have to calculate the voltage at the point number A, point number C, point number D, point number E and point number B, and that is the final step. So there is a one statement that is given inside the problem. The potential if the potential difference of 300 volt is maintained at point A, which means that VA is equal to 300 volt, that is given inside the problem. So that's why here we have assumed that potential difference at point A is equal to 300 volt, that is given. Now if we can go for the next tapping point, that is the potential difference at point number C, that is equal to voltage at A minus voltage drop in AC section, this is the equation for the potential difference at point number C. So voltage at point number A, which is given by 300 volt, and voltage drop in the AC section, that is already we have calculated from the step number 3 and having a value that is the 5. So we can get the answer VC is equal to 295 volt. This is the voltage at point number C, which is shown. This is the voltage at C point only. Same way, next point, that is the D point. So at that point we have to be calculated the voltage, that is the potential difference. So for that, just applying the equation, potential difference at point number D, that is equal to voltage at C minus voltage drop in the CD section. So voltage at C, that is we have calculated from the previous step, that is the 295, minus voltage drop in the CD section, that is already we have calculated, that is the 294 volt. So we can get the answer 291 volt. Same way, go for the next one, that is the potential difference at point E. So that is equal to voltage at D minus voltage drop in DE section. So voltage at D, that is equal to 291, that is already we have calculated inside the previous step, minus voltage drop in the DE section, that is equal to 3 volt. So we can get the answer potential difference at point E, that is equal to 288 volt. And last one, that is the potential difference at point B. So having an answer, that is having a equation, voltage at E minus voltage drop in EB section. So 288 minus 0.4, so we can get the answer 287.6 volt. So this is the completion of the example. So from this example we will calculate 4 steps. First one, that is the current flowing through the individual section, then the resistance for the individual section, then voltage drop in the individual section, and last one, that is the potential difference at each tapping points. So after calculating the step number 4, we can get the answer for the potential difference at each tapping point. So this is the finishing of this example. Now we will go for this example number 2. Having a problem, a 2-wire DC distributor AB is 300 meter long. It is fed at point A. The various loads and their positions are given below. So again, this is the example that is based on the DC distributor. So having 4 tappings point, that is the C, D, E and F. Distance from A in meters, that is given over here, 40 meter, then 100 meter, 150 meter and 250 meter, and having a concentrated load in amperes, that is the 30, 40, 100 and 50 ampere. If the maximum permissible voltage drop is not to exceed 10 volt, find the cross section area of the distributor and take rho is equal to 1.78 into 10⁻⁻8 ohm into meter. So this is the example that is based on the DC distributor fed at one end and having a value of DC distributor that is equal to 300 meter long, that is given inside the problem. So firstly, just make a figure. So length, just give the name of the DC distributor, that is the AB, that is the name of the DC distributor. Again the length, that is given 300 meter. AB having a length that is equal to 300 meter, that is given inside the problem. And there are 4 tappings point C, D, E and F, that is given inside the problem, C, D, E and F, and individual tappings point having a value of the loading that is given inside the problem, again 30 ampere, 40 ampere, 100 ampere and 50 ampere. And first one, if we start with the point number 1, that is the C. So C, and next one, that is the distance from A in meters. So from A to C distance, that is given 40 meters. So A to C distance, A to C distance, that is equal to 40 meter, that is given inside the that is mentioned inside the figure. Next one, that is the D to A. Next point, that is the D point. Next point, that is the D point, and having a distance of 100 meter from the A, which means that A to C distance, which means A to D distance, that is equal to 100 meter. But up to now we know the value of distance for the AC section, that is equal to 40 meter. So remaining distance for the CD section, that is equal to 60 meter. Go for the next section, that is the DF. So DF section having a value of loading, that is equal to 100 ampere, and having a value of distance, that is equal to 150 meter. So based on that, we for the DE section having a value of distance, that is equal to 50 meter. Go for the next section, that is the F. So F section having a value of loading, that is equal to 50 ampere, which is mentioned over here, and having a value of distance, that is the 250 meter. So up to now, up to point E having a distance, that is the 150 meter. So remaining distance, that is equal to 100 meter. Remaining distance, that is equal to 100 meter. So from point number A to F, and having a distance, that is equal to 250 meter only, but length of the DC distributor AB having a length, that is equal to 300 meter. So remaining distance, that is the FB section, that is equal to 50 meter, which is shown inside the figure. Now there is not any value of the resistance that is mentioned over here. So for that we have just assumed that resistance of 100 meter length of the DC distributor is R ohm, which means that for the 100 meter length having a value of resistance, that is equal to R ohm. That is we have assumed. Now go for the step number 1, that is the resistance of the section AC. So RAC, that is AC section having a distance, that is equal to 40 meter. So just apply the condition for the 100 meter. For the 100 meter having a value of resistance, that is equal to R ohm. So for the AC section having a value of distance, that is equal to 40 meter. So 40 meter is equal to what? So we can get the answer for the resistance of the section RAC, that is given by RAC. So RAC is equal to 0.4 ohm. Same way go for the individual next section, that is the RCD. So for that we can get the answer 0.6 R. RDE having a distance of 50 meters, so we can get the answer 0.5 R. And REF having a distance, that is equal to R only, because having a distance, that is equal to 100 meter. Then after go for the next step, that is the current in the individual section. So first section, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 section. So first section, that is the AC. First section, that is the AC. So current flowing through AC section, that is the I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4. So this is the summation of the all the loadings. So we can get the answer IAC, that is equal to 220 ampere. Same way go for the next one, that is the ICD. So we can get the answer 190 ampere. Same way next one, that is the IDE. So we can there are two loading condition that is cut out over there. So remaining value of the current, that is the 150 ampere. And last one, that is the IEF, that is equal to 50 ampere. And for the FB section, there is not any tapping point, there is not any loadings that is taken from the B side. So current flowing through the FB section, that is equal to 0. Now go for the third step, that is the voltage drop in the individual section, that is the VAC. So again just apply the Ohm's law. VAC is equal to RAC into IAC. And already inside the previous step, that is from the step number 1 and step number 2, already we have calculated the value of resistance and value of current. So just put the value of resistance and value of the current in this equation. So value of resistance, that is equal to 0.4 into R into value of the current, that is the 220. So we can get the answer voltage drop in the VAC section, that is equal to 88 R volt. Same way next section, that is the VCD, and voltage drop across this section, that is the VCD. So again just put the value of resistance and current from the step number 1 and 2. So we can get the answer 114 R volt. Same way VDE, so for that we can get the answer 75 R volt. And last one, that is the VEF, so for that we can get the answer 50 R volt. So this is the completion of step number 3, and from that we can get the voltage drop in the individual section. There is a one statement that is given inside the problem, that is, if the maximum permissible voltage drop is not exceed to 10 volt, so based on that we can apply the one more equation. The total voltage drop over the DC distributor, total voltage drop across the DC distributor, which is given by VAB. So VAB, that is equal to VAC plus VCD. VAC is equal to VAB is equal to VAC plus VCD plus VDE plus VEF. So same way just apply the same equation over here. So voltage drop over the DC distributor, that is equal to VAB is equal to VAC plus VCD plus VDE plus VEF. There is not a last section that is considered, because there is not any tapping any loading that is taken from the B section. So that's why we can consider only VAC plus VCD plus VDE plus VEF only. So if we can make the summation, so we can get the answer 327 R, 327 R, which is mentioned over here. Next one, that is the as the maximum permissible drop in the DC distributor is 10 volt, that is given inside the problem. So 10, that is equal to 327 R. So if we can make if we can calculate the R, so we can get the R is equal to 10 by 327, that is equal to 0.03058 R. Now from this example, what we have to be calculated, find the cross sectional area of the DC distributor. So in this example we have to calculate the cross sectional area of the DC distributor. So cross sectional area of the conductor, so for that having a equation R is equal to rho L by A. So in we have to calculate the cross sectional area. So A is equal to rho L by R, so rho L divided by R by 2. So whenever the in the example, if we have to calculate the value of resistance, so for that we have to whatever the value of the resistance, that is for the 2 wire, and if we have to calculate the value of resistance cross sectional area, so at that time we have to calculate the value of cross sectional area, that is for the 1 wire. So that's why R, that is divided by 2. So R by 2, which is mentioned over here, A is equal to rho L divided by R by 2. So value of rho, that is the 1.78 into 10 to minus 8, that is given. Here we have assumed the value of resistance, that is equal to 100 meter, and length of the DC distributor, that is given the 300 meter. So why we have considered the value of L, that is equal to 100 meter, because whatever the assumptions that we have taken over here, that is the for the 100 meter we have assumed the value of resistance, that is the R ohm, and whatever the answer that we will get for the resistance, then current and voltage drop, that is based on the 100 meter only. So that's why we have assumed the value of length, that is equal to 100 meter. R, that is the 0.03058 divided by 2. So we can get the answer 1.164 into 10 to minus 4 meter, and that is in terms of meter square. So try to convert in terms of centimeter square. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So we will require the value of meter square. So 1 meter square, that is equal to 100 centimeter square. So that is the 10 to 4. So 10 to minus 4 and 10 to 4, that is the cancel out. So we can get the answer A is equal to 1.1 164 centimeter 1.164 centimeter square. So this is the finishing of the example. So from this example we will get the we have calculated the value of the cross section area. So from this lecture we have calculated the example, that is DC distributor fed at one end only. In the next lecture there are some of the example which is asked inside the GTU papers. First one, that is based on the DC distributor fed at the both end. Then remaining two example, that is again fed at the one end only. So this kind of example which is asked inside the GTU papers. So from this lecture we will study about the DC distributor fed at one end only, and in the next lecture we will go for the example which is based on the DC distributor fed at the one end. Firstly we will go for the equation which is DC distributor fed at the both end. In that case, if is there any one of the feeding point which may in the faulty condition, so remaining all the loading condition which is balancing from the other feeding point. So this is the advantage of the DC distributor fed at the both end. And we will go for the example that is based on the DC distributor fed at the both end with the concentrated loading only. Thank you.